Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. What a wonderful, wonderful day it is today. Of course, you have to use your imaginary mind. It's not so wonderful, it's a little bit cloudy, it's a little bit windy, but here, we have to still wake up and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we have one more day today that we are going to do good. He who does an atom weight of good will see it, and he who does an atom weight of evil shall also see it. So, brothers and sisters, we only interested in doing good. We want all of those people who are doing good to call us, to contact us, to engage with us so we can do everything together. So this is a lot of responsibility upon all of us, brothers and sisters. So who's going to contact me first today on the Facebook or on the telephone? You're listening to ZED on the Breakfast Show, Ramadan Special, EAVA 102.5 FM. So come on, brothers and sisters out there. Let us see which one of you is as lively as me this morning. As you know, yesterday when I came on the program, I was a little bit off. My throat was like something was stuck inside there and I could not even get my words out. And one of the listeners out there, he told me, Zed, what's going on? You don't look good today. I can tell from the way you're talking, you're not right. So that was really an eye-opener for me that people are there so attentively listening, right? And when you're not on form, they're able to evaluate and give you feedback straight away. He called me on 0116-212-9324, and you can even text us on 07450-925-084. My producer tells me that today, in half an hour, I have to remind you all that you're listening to Ramadan Special EAVA 102.5 FM. So I've reminded you twice now. So wake up. Wake up. Whoever wakes up first is going to get a little voucher from me. Now, it's going to be a surprise voucher. It could be for a waffle. Of course, if you're a person who's waffling away all the time, then I'll have to give you a different type of voucher because you won't need a waffling voucher. So let's surprise you today. Which voucher we are going to give you. Of course, there's a new flash on my screen to say, what about the news? What about the news? Tell you what, why don't you give me a call and tell me about the news? Let's see how much you know about the news, what is going on around you. And that would be very interesting. There are so many topics out there that you can start with. Some councils running out of reserve cash. Well, so is the American government. Totally in debt. No cash, all debt. Hawaii US ban will harm billions of users. Are there billions of users who are using Hawaii? If you know how to say that, Huawei, 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 Huawei. Do you know how to say that? Can you say that? See if you can say that, pronounce it, and get it right. Huawei. That's how it's said, Huawei. Of course, if you can say that, you'll find it very easy to learn the language called Mandarin. Of course, did you know that is the most spoken language in the world is Mandarin? It is the most spoken language in the world, Mandarin. Do your maths, work that out, how that is possible. You ask people and they'll say the most spoken language in the world is English. Let's put it up on the screen as well to see which are the most spoken languages in the world. See if you have got it. Of course, this is a week of education. Well, there was a song I heard once which said that we don't need no more education. Do you remember that? Of course, it's strictly not true. We do need education, but what the song was depicting, that we don't need the conveyor belt education. That's what that song was depicting. It was many, many years ago. So if those of you who remember and you see the message depicted in that song, you'll understand better. So here's another question here. Probe into how owner afforded £80 million of homes. That is another one. So another headline news. 2020, Facebook will start its own cryptocurrency. There you go. Who knows anything about crypto? Give me a call and talk to me and let us know what your knowledge is about crypto. Well, this is an interesting one. How did a homeowner afford 80 million homes? So let's put that up on the screen and read a little bit more on that and keep our listeners informed. And these are some of the headlines. So what else? Of course, everybody also wanting to know about the football. The Spanish club tops a study of top sides' enterprise value ahead of Manchester United and Bayern Munich. Which Spanish club is that? Ring me and let me know. I've got a call. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
What a wonderful, wonderful voice that is. And what is your name?
Mariam.
Mariam, how are you this morning?
Fine.
And Mariam, what good message are you going to give me today to educate me? Because I need a lot of education. Go on.
Theresa May is quitting as Prime Minister.
Who as Prime Minister?
Theresa May.
She's quitting. Yeah. That is very good news, that is. I need to tell that to all our listeners that Theresa May is quitting as Prime Minister. Did you like Theresa May?
Yeah.
Are you sad that she's quitting?
Yes.
Is it because she's a girl that you like her?
Yes.
And why is she quitting then, Mariam, my darling? Do you think I should apply to become Prime Minister, Mariam?
Yeah.
Really? MashaAllah. I must ask my producer to get the application form for that and I fill it in. Will you vote for me if I apply to become Prime Minister?
Yes.
Because I'm going to make a lot of changes, Mariam. I'm going to make a lot of changes. So what changes would you like me to make, Mariam?
I don't know.
Do I tell everybody in the shops to give a free waffle to all the young children?
Yeah.
Really? You like that idea? That's it. When I become Prime Minister, all of those people who've got the dessert shops, free waffle to anybody under 10 years of age. So, Mariam, tell you what, Mariam, I'm going to give you a voucher, right? You've got an option, Mariam. Do you want a Strobella waffle pop voucher or do you want a Fame Fashions voucher? Which one do you want? Or even a Nutella shake? Which one is it going to be? Make a decision.
Waffle.
Yeah. Okay, waffle voucher. Bring that up again. So Mariam is going to have a waffle voucher. Shall I? Are you watching on the Facebook? So here, I give you this.
Watching in the car.
Oh, you're listening in the car. So the Strobella waffle pop. That's what I'm going to get for you, right, Mariam? I'm going to put your name on it. So will your mom come to collect it, or dad will come to collect it?
So where is it?
It's a Strobella waffle pop voucher from Brew. Can you say that like me?
No.
Try it, go on, try it, say it like that. Brew.
Hey, Brew.
Say, Brew, coffee and gelato. It's the place to be. Come along and have a one Strobella waffle pop voucher. You say it.
Hey, Brew. Hey, Brew.
Do you know where is Brew? So, Mariam, are you coming to the studio with your mum to come and collect this voucher?
Yes.
So how old are you then, Mariam?
8.
8 years old. Wow, you're one of my youngest listeners, you are. You are one of my youngest listeners, mashallah. You see, I tell my producer that my fans are even 8 years old. Do you think I should go on to the children's show and do that particular show?
Yeah.
Really? Do you think I'll do a good job?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to tell those girls to do the children's show that Miriam wants me to do the children's show. I'm getting good at it. Thank you for training me and educating me, Miriam. So, Miriam, we'll speak to you again. So, do tell your mom to pop in and collect the voucher, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Jazakallah khair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. There you are. See, listeners out there, Miriam, first caller of the day, has got to go down in our history books. The 80-year-old called us first thing in the morning, and that was very, very good call. You come in the morning, and you don't know how the day is going to pan out, who's going to call you, and you do all your work from the studio. You come here every day, and everything you do it live. Like, for example, I'll tell you, like, I need a little battery for the timer clock, and we don't have a battery here. It's a small, tiny battery, one of those round, circular ones. The clock's packed up, no battery. And if you don't feed it, it packs up. So, me and my producer, with sign language, we tell each other that we need this battery. While we're doing the show, we're doing that same thing with our hands. We give signals, because you can't see me doing that because it's not in the camera. And then he's organizing. Call a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend who can come down here, sort a battery out, and that's how it goes. So this is what happens on live radio. Everything carries on. You do what you have to do. That's a little example, but many, many more things that we have to do. So we were talking about the news, and we're going to put that up about the homeowner who was able to buy 80 million homes, and nobody has a clue how he did that. UK investigators use anti-corruption orders to demand the source of the foreign officials' wealth. We'll get to the bottom of that in a minute. But of course, you know, we are talking about education. And where does education start? It starts the day you're born, literally. You go through your informative years from 0 to 10. And what we teach our children at that age is most important now. I see a lot of people, they go off to the gym. They want to look good, feel good. Or is it feel good, look good? Which one is it? Is it feel good, look good? Or is it look good, feel good? Do let me know what your version is of that. And then they exercise their body. They want to have a six-pack. They want to have those biceps. So people will look at them and say, wow, you've been training. Wow, where do you go training, bro? Which gym are you going to? And what they do forget, they totally forget in their routine of training, they totally forget to exercise the mind. They neglect the mind and focus on the body, right? Of course, if you've got the best looking body out there, six-pack, biceps, looking good, feeling good, but your mind is absolutely zero, then you are going to be a zero. That's what you're going to be. ZERO. Now, you need to learn how to be from zero to hero. That's what you got to be. Now, are you up for that? Do you want to be a hero? To have good exercised body and also your mind to be good. Now, often we have this mentality which is chalega, chalega, chalega. That means, oh, that'll do, bro. Doesn't matter. It's okay. No, whatever you do, you have to aspire to do it to the best of your ability. And if you're stuck somewhere, then all you got to do is call a friend who knows a friend who knows another friend. Or there's another saying that says, call a man who knows a man who knows a woman. And somebody along the line, male or female, will assist you, guide you, and sort you out. So when we are stuck, we can't do something, we must aspire to get some assistance from people that are more knowledgeable on that particular subject than we are, and we move on. So every time we see clutter, it's like in your house, if you're living in a very mucky, dusty, messy house, that is all clutter. So you start tidying up. You tidy it up, you de-dust the house, you clean your floor, you do your bed sheets, you tidy up the whole house, and you feel better for it, because nobody wants to live in total chaos and clutter. Do you want to live like that? Put your hand up and tell me if that's how you want to be. No, you don't. So, likewise, we have to educate ourselves in tidying up everything in our minds, in our bodies, what we eat, what we think, even who you hang with. The people that you hang with are all about clutter and negativism. So I'm getting a little bit now off direction, because I'm now giving you lectures, and in the morning nobody wants to hear these lectures. So we're going to get back to that probe of 80 million London properties linked to a politically exposed person involved in serious crime. So we did a bit of a transition back to where we were. We have the story up there now. We're going to tell you more about it. National Crime Agency uses new unexplained wealth orders. Here we are. London properties worth more than 80 million are being investigated over allegations that a politically exposed person bought them with dirty money. A second case now, unexplained wealth order UWO, which allow authorities to look into illicit finances flowing into the UK. Of course, a lot of illicit finance flows into the UK. People from abroad or even here, they buy these properties and off they go. So this is very important topic, that we need to be aware of. So now somebody send me a text message. Salams, Brother Zed, how you doing? Do you have any good news about Abdul Hamid? Well, I myself would like to hear some good news about Abdul Hamid, and I'm going to take some time out to go see him, and then I can tell you the news myself as I have seen it. And I understand that he's now been moved from the Nottingham Queen's Medical Unit, and he's moved here to Leicester. So I am not aware exactly the location in Leicester, but it'll be one of the 3 hospitals. So I'll go check. I'll go there, visit, and then tomorrow morning, inshallah, I'll be able to tell you more. I'd love to sit next to him, hold his hand, speak to him, have a few laughs, give him a bit of a ZED-fied talks, and bring back some good from him. He's the kind of guy, he's all about education. He's the kind of guy I'm talking about that tells you about how to flourish your mind, how to tidy up your mind and exercise your mind, because he really is absolutely hot on positive psychology and positive ways of thinking. He will read a surah from the Quran and he will translate it to you, and he'll tell you the actions you need to do from having read that. And the way he would explain to you, you would understand it very well. And this is the reason why he identifies so much with the younger population today. In fact, would you have a clue from the Muslim community how many are young out of the 3 million, approximately 3 million Muslims in England? What is the population of the under 30s amongst that in percentage wise? Would you know that? Have a guess. If you know, then call me on 0116 212 9324. You are listening to Zed on The Breakfast Show, Ramadan Special, EAVA 102.5 FM, and share with me your knowledge on this. How many Muslims are there? What denomination, age-wise, out of the 3 million that we have in England, which is predicted to grow to 5 million in a very few years. There will be from 3 million, the Muslim population will be 5 million, which is almost going to jump up to 8 to 9%. So that is an interesting start for you, brothers and sisters. So in the second half, I shall let you know. And the timer is clicking now, and I'm going to get back to you in the second half. So don't go away. Jazakallah khair for listening to me, Maryam, and your mom, and your dad, and everybody. We'll be back soon. Jazakallah khair, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. ZED is back on the breakfast show. You are listening to Ramadan special, EAVA 102.5 FM. I'm changing that jingle a little bit to go along with the condition of my throat, because I got a little bit of a sticky throat, you know? The kind of throat that where something is stuck in there and you think it's gone, but it's not gone, it's still there. So that's what's happening to me, brothers and sisters, for a couple of days. There's a little bit of a bug going around in Leicester. I'm still looking for the person that passed this condition on to me, because I need to speak to him and tell him or her that, why did you do this to me? So you see what happens when you're on live radio. Regardless of how you sound, how you feel, you have to jump on that chair when the ad break is finished and you continue on with your program. And that's how it goes, brothers and sisters. Let's see who is listening to us on the FB. When we are doing the news, I want to see if somebody's got that right. Muhammad Hashim, Salams Shoaib Lambat. Shoaib Lambat has joined now. I don't understand what's going on there, right? Because Muhammad Hashim, you should be saying salams to you, Zed, this morning. Shoaib Lambat, he lives in Kuala Lumpur in a postal district. I don't have a clue what that postal district is. And even if I did, I wouldn't be obliged to tell you, because I don't want you going up there disturbing him. Amina Sheikh, salams, lots of all mad today. Well, Amina, I'm telling you that we all have to be mad. M-A-D, mad. You have to be totally pagal. You know, if I say it in different languages, pagal is in which language? See if you know, Amina. Amina Sheikh, do you know which language that is? Pagal? Or another language I'll tell you is Gandia. Do you know what language that is? See if you know and let me know, because that is all about education. A lot of people don't even have a clue about languages, you know. That's why if you learn languages, you are educating yourself. Sometimes a person who speaks 7 languages, Muhammad Hashim, salams, Zishan. Who is Zishan? What, when, where, how? Zishan, if you can identify yourself, give us a call on 0116 212 9324 and let us know, because Muhammad Hashim keeps introducing these new names to us and we don't know who they are. So here we are replying to Muhammad. Shoaib Lambat, Assalamu alaikum Zed, hope all is well. Well, Shoaib, all is well, but this Muhammad Hashim, he keeps confusing me because he keeps giving me different names. Salam Zed, Shoaib Lambat and I went Hajj many years ago and is also a good friend. Wow, Shoaib, you lucky man. I thought you only had one friend in Leicester called Irfan Chatbar. But I was wrong, you know, Muhammad Hashim is also competing for that title to be your good friend. Well, inshallah, Shoaib, you will also add me to your top 10 list of friends, because it is always good to have a friend in Kuala Lumpur, because when you go there, you call Shoaib and he takes you around, gives you a tour, and he takes you to those foodie places. There's a name for them, Matu, Katu, I don't remember. But Shoaib, what are those places called? The mandis, where all the foodies are, you know, they're open all night and serving the street food in Kuala Lumpur. What are they called? So Zunaid Ibrahim, he's listening in and he says Urdu. Urdu is the word pagal. Hey, tu pagal hai. That's Urdu. Of course, often I get requested that you should speak in languages other than English, because the demographic in Leicester, they like to listen in different languages. And I tell them, what do I do? There are 3 million Muslims in the UK and 50% of them are under the age of 30 and they speak English as their main language. Some of them don't have a clue. Here we have the name here. It's called, Shoaib has Shoaib is absolutely interactive today with the Ramadan special, EVA 102.5 FM. Nasi Kandar. It's called a Nasi Kandar. When you go to Kuala Lumpur or anywhere in Malaysia, you ask any taxi driver, take me to a Nasi Kandar, and he'll take you to an area where there's a string of street food kind of shops, and they're open all night. I went there, and Shoaib took us there, and we made some wonderful videos while we were there, and it was a absolute enjoyable time. Shoaib, I thank you for that. My trip to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, would not be complete had I not met you. So you made that trip very wonderful and joyous for me. So I thank you for that, Shoaib. A big hug for Shoaib. And I tell you what, I think Shoaib deserves a brew voucher. You know, Shoaib. Now, it's up to you, Shoaib. I've given you a brew voucher. You are not here to receive it because you are in Kuala Lumpur. But your brew voucher, you're free to nominate a person that we can donate it to. I know that you have a lot of friends in Leicester. So, Shoaib, you're a man with a big heart. You take your time. You have a consultation with your wife as to who you are going to donate this voucher to in Leicester. I don't want you to rush over it, Shoaib. I want you to take your time, relax. In fact, make this decision after iftar. Of course, it will be iftar very soon because Malaysia is almost 7 hours ahead of England. And after you made that decision in the morning tomorrow, you can let me know. And then nominate the respective person and we'll issue that particular voucher. Now, of course, I think we should have here some vouchers from Chaiwala as well, shouldn't we? Right? Now, if we don't have any vouchers here, we're going to have to call them at their head office and arrange some vouchers here for that as well. Is that a good idea? My producer says yes. And a chai and a goodie to go with it. Yeah? That's a good giveaway. Here, Shoaib says, how am I going to get it? I think I'll send it to my mum. No question. Wow, man, Shoaib, that is the best friend of everybody out there is your mum. That is what I like. You know, this is Shoaib is totally Zedified. When we started the program, the first day, we talked about the importance of the mum. The mum is the boss, right? And that's what we said. So, Shoaib, you made a very good decision there, and may Allah reward you for that. So Shoaib is absolutely great guy. If you know Shoaib, give me a bell and say that I know this guy. Give us a thumbs up and give us a like, and everybody start sharing this particular Facebook right now with everybody. So Shoaib, if you know, I know that you know loads of people in Malaysia, introduce them to Ramadan special. EVA 1.2 FM, let them listen in to us. And we have quite a few visitors who came from Malaysia. In fact, Shoaib, I'll tell you a story. Two ladies, they came to the city retreat. They stood outside. They were taking pictures. And guess what? I just happened to be standing outside. I was on a call and I said to them, ladies, can I help you? They said, yes. We saw this city retreat. There was a fundraise appeal. And we wanted to come here and have a look if this place actually exists because we were visiting the city of Leicester. So we found this place on Google Maps and here we are. So we showed them around and they absolutely loved the project. They said, this is so nice, and they gave us a donation. And that is so unbelievable story, Shoaib, that you've come here to Leicester many a time and you have not visited the city retreat. Yet two girls, women, they visited the city retreat. And what happened? The mother was here with her daughter, and her daughter was going to go to university in Coventry. So they took it upon themselves to catch a bus to St. Margaret's bus station, come out of there, walked into the city retreat to have a look. What a wonderful story. So this is how it is. When you reach out to the world, things happen unbelievably. And we also had a guy come over from Saudi Arabia once, and he caught a train from London, and he came over, and he said to me, that a friend of mine is looking interested to donate some money for this project, and he's asked me to come over and look at it for him. So I'm in London and I've caught a train to Leicester. He came, looked, went straight back on the next train. And this is unbelievable. When things like that happen, you just cannot believe it, can you? So that is absolutely wonderful. So let's see who else has joined us on the Facebook and talk to the brothers. Sultan Khan, salams, brother Zed. What about a salam to my producer, right? He comes here early, he tidies up, he empties the bin, he does so much decluttering here, and he will refuse to start the day unless everything is in shape. He comes, adjusts the mic, and one mic is broken, and he's very, very upset about that. He's not going to rest until that is fixed. So he's going to call now our fixer, Abdul Qadir, to come down here and sort it out. And he makes a list. He wants these things done and sort them out. So if you know my producer, then please give him a thumbs up as well. You'll make him so happy. This is what we need. We need a little bit of inspiration. We need people to say, wow, yeah, give us Sultan. Come on, Sultan. Don't make me force you now, Sultan. Don't do that, Sultan. You won't like me. If you can give him a thumbs up now, Sultan, I'm watching you, Sultan. Come on, get on that keyboard, Sultan, and show us you are one of the fastest guys on that keyboard and on that mobile phone. So Sultan, he came and he went. He was one of those guys who comes, joins the Facebook for a little while, and he's gone. Bazi, good of you to join, and Yusuf has joined us from, where are you from, Yusuf? Do let us know. Mubarak Sarpanj. All right, Mubarak Sarpanj, where are you from? Do let us know. And Sultan Khan, you see, this is what I like. When the ZED will ask, things will happen. That is a thumbs up for our producer. Now, Sultan, you see a big smile on my producer's face. You can see that, Sultan. Let me know if you see that smile on his face. He is so happy. You have made his day. When you smile at somebody, wonderful things happen. He is happy now, and we are going to get a whole absolute productive day out of him, right? And that is what is going to happen. Your smile is the dream of every person out there. If you smile at somebody, you'll make them happy. It's so true. So that is a message somebody had sent me the other day. It says, your smile is the dream of everyone who is sad out there. Because if you're sad, you're not smiling. And when you smile at them, they get happy. So, this is what we have to do. Always smile at people and make them happy. So Bazi has sent us a message. Abdul Basit here from Radio Ikhlas in Derby. You guys always doing an amazing job, inspiration and trendsetter for the other community stations. Bazi, give us your number. Let's give you a call and connect with you. My producer is going to take note of your number, Bazi, put it on the screen, and we're going to give you a call right this minute, because we have a theme here where we call all the radio stations that we know. We call the station in Huddersfield called Radio Sangam. We engage with them, we chatted with them, we talk to each other, we ask each other what we're doing, and we connect. That is what it's all about, Bazi. You got to network and connect with everybody out there so that we can build stronger bridges between us. So we share ideas, and this is the way we move forward. So if you can give us your number, Bazi, we'll give you a call. Bazi Jabbar. So his name is Abdul Basit from Radio Ikhlas. So if you know Radio Ikhlas, it's a station in Derby, which is one of the popular stations in that particular area. I'm not too sure if it's a RSL, which means restricted short license for Ramadan, or if it's a full-time license. So we can ask him when he gives us his number. Now, if you don't give us your number, Bazi, we're going to call you. If you can look up that number on the Google, Radio Ikhlas, we'll give them a call. See if they are awake on the morning breakfast show, and we can talk to them. So, Bazi, you're up for that, or are you still at home? Do let us know, and we can then respond accordingly. So on our list, we have all the radio stations, and we try to call different ones each day, and we connect with them. There's another one in Nottingham called Dawn FM. If you know that one, Dawn FM, DAWN FM, we call them and we engage with them and we connect with them and we do some networking. So, what was the topic this week? The topic this week, brothers and sisters, is education. Not only education as you will understand it to be, that it is nursery, primary, secondary, and university. No, it's education. I'll give you guys a call shortly. Bazi, the number is 0116 212 9324. Now, Bazi, do make sure you don't reverse the call. You know, we not got a lot of money here in Leicester as you have in Derby. So, there, Bazi, we've given you the number. Now, don't call us in the 8 minutes. You call us after our ad break, because in 8 minutes we'll start the ad break, and then you give us a call after the ad break. Each ad break is between 5 and 6 minutes, Bazi. So give us a call and we're going to have a banter with you. So here Bazi has told us full time for 19 years. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, 19 years. That is a lot of years to be there full time. Of course, that is what you call sustainability. So I'm going to ask Bazi, what is your method of sustainability for 19 years? Because it does cost quite a lot of money to deploy presenters all day, 7 days a week. To deploy that, you know, it's not so easy. So it's interesting to know. Here, we do the radio for 30 days, and that is tough. And you go through about 40 different presenters that come and go all day. And it is quite difficult. It's not so easy. So if you can share that with us, it'll be absolutely grateful. So again, just a reminder to you all, it's the last 10 days, a lot of ibadat to do. Of course, don't believe that you are going to be sitting in the mosque and that's where you have to do your ibadat. No, in these last 10 days, there are many, many ways you will do the ibadat, right? When you give and you excel in giving your charity in the last 10 days, you're feeding orphans, you are feeding the needy, so many areas where that is also doing good. And in the last 10 days, we must excel at doing the best we can to our limits, to our financial capabilities. Don't be the richest man in this graveyard. Whatever you have is going to all be left behind. So give to some good causes and give your zakat, give as much as you can, because you will get twice as more the following year. That's the rule, isn't it? That you give the following year or the following month, it all comes back to you, because Allah loves those people who give, because if you're a giver, you will get the reward back. So how am I doing here, my producer, for giving good nasiyah to people? Yeah, do you think I qualify for that evening show between 8 and 9? Do you think I qualify for that? Yeah, that's a special show where Arif Allah comes and he gives a very good nasiyah. Of course, I don't have the qualification he does, but I can practice and I can learn. There's never too late. You know, this show is all about education. So, Mubarak from India. I'm from India, brother. I listen your show regular, mashallah. See, I have listeners out there in India. Now, go on, Mubarak. Fire a question to me about India and test me my knowledge about India. Have a go. Knowledge is power, Mubarak. Ask me the population of India, Mubarak, if you want, and I can tell you that, right? But don't be asking me how many is women and how many is men out of that population. Don't be very, very clever and make it complicated for me. Ask me simple questions and I'll be able to answer them. So, for example, does anyone have a clue how many languages are spoken in India? How many languages spoken in India? What's the capital of Gujarat? Gujarat, the capital is Ahmedabad. Mubarak, is that the best you can do? Go and throw another one at me. Mubarak, you got 4 minutes and 21 seconds, right? Mubarak, Gujarat is one of my specialty areas, because near Gujarat in Ahmedabad, there's another place called Kutch. Yes, not so far away. You go, you turn right, You go straight along Mubarak, that road is a very dusty road. Then you take a left and you go straight again. You keep going, it's dust everywhere, Mubarak, I'm telling you, right? You need to wear a mask when you're doing that journey in a bus, and the bus will stop. You'll be buying some street food, and then you'll go on, but you end up in a place, in this area called Kutch. And in that area, you look around you, you see a lot of people who speak the Maiman language there, and they speak Kutch, which is different from the language Gujarati. Mubarak, how am I doing? How am I doing? So officially 22 and 1,600 other languages spoken. Yeah? So Mubarak, officially there are 22 languages in India, and one of them being the Maiman language. So if you talk about, let's go through the 22 even. You got the Tamil Nadu language, you got the Malayalam language, you got the Gujarati language, you got the Punjabi language, you got the Maiman language, you got the Kutch language, and you can go on forever and ever. And you even got the Sylhet language, you got the Bengali language in Kolkata. So this is how it goes. Capital of Gujarat is Gandhi Nagar. Sorry, brother, you got it wrong. Mubarak, this is a day of education, In fact, I was told that in the election, where the place where is a home of Gandhi, that they even lost the seat there, the Congress did. So Gandhi Nagar, they lost the seat in that particular area where Gandhi was. I don't exactly know the name, but this is a bit of education about India. We all need to learn about places all over the world. So Mubarak, do you know in Leicester, the demographics in Leicester, how many people that live here in the city of Leicester? And do you know why this city is called the City of Champions, Mubarak? Let's give you a bit of a test as well, Mubarak. Do you have any relatives here in Leicester? So when you engage with people from different parts of the world, you learn about languages. Now, be honest, everybody listening out there, and tell me if you know how many languages were spoken in India officially and unofficially, how many other languages there is. Now, when somebody tells you that in India there are 1,600 languages in total, I can't even imagine that. Can you imagine that? Impossible. And you only know the main languages, but 22 main languages and the rest are not. So you see, Mubarak is very fast on the internet. He's checked it out that in Leicester, the city has 300,000 population, approximately. Well, that is just like one corner of Ahmedabad or Mumbai or Delhi. Just one little corner. There are 300,000 people. So you see the dynamics are so different between Leicester, England, Leicester, and India. Totally different. Of course, if you do get a chance, brothers and sisters, take a visit and visit these places in India. A lot of wonderful places there to see. And if you go on that express train, Jaipur Express, you'll have a journey of a lifetime. The Jaipur Express here. India better pay me now for all this work I'm doing to advertise their country. So Mubarak, if you can call Mr. Modi and tell him that I need some action here. Now, 24 seconds left, and Ahmed Maravia has joined us. And why do you do this to me, Ahmed? You always join when the ad break is coming on. You must join me early when I start. You join me right, 9 seconds left, and you join me. Don't go away. I'm going to be back very shortly. We're going to have a short break, and then I shall be back to talk to you all. Jazakallah khair.
Hello, my name's David Adamson. I'm the PM for this particular building project. It's been absolutely delightful to see the number of, in fact, homeless who have come. We've even had the opportunity to take on one or two of those so that they can have a little bit of work experience work experience. So I certainly do feel that during the time that we are here, we have actually been able to make a positive, to actually assist. There was a chap called Mark who had fallen onto hard times and obviously become homeless through, in fact, divorce and, in fact, alcohol abuse. And I think he had been a recent convert to, in fact, Islam. And he was looking to pick up the strings of his life again. And I have to say, we only had him for 3 or 4 days, and he isn't around any longer. He's actually moved area, but he I think, treated the camaraderie and the experience that he had with us in a very positive way. He is certainly moving on now, and I believe he has a full-time job. Society doesn't always offer the full support for people like him. He had actually effectively fallen through a black hole, okay, and found himself on his own, on the dole, and then sort of like out of society's, in fact, mainstream. And I certainly do hope that we help to not actually pick him up and put him back on his feet, but we were able to give him a nudge. Well, my hopes for the centre, I think in particular, in fact, on the homeless side of things, I do hope that they're able to expand that facility, which they offer on every Thursday and Friday. There's a lot of homeless people in this city, and I think if they're able to expand that facility, and if it's only that facility, then the whole job has been a good job. Hello, my name's David Adamson. I'm the PM for this particular building project. It's been absolutely delightful to see the number of, in fact, homeless who have come. We've even had the opportunity to take on 1 or 2 of those so that they can have a little bit of work experience. So I certainly do feel that during the time that we are here, we have actually been able to make a positive, to actually assist. There was a chap called Mark who had fallen onto hard times and obviously become homeless through, in fact, divorce and, in fact, alcohol abuse. And I think he had been a recent convert to, in fact, Islam. And he was looking to pick up the strings of his life again. And I have to say, we only had him for 3 or 4 days, and he isn't around any longer. He's actually moved area, but he I think, treated the camaraderie and the experience that he had with us in a very positive way. He is certainly moving on now, and I believe he has a full-time job. Society doesn't always offer the full support for people like him. He had actually effectively fallen through a black hole, okay, and found himself on his own, on the dole, and then sort of like out of society's, in fact, mainstream. And I certainly do hope that we help to not actually pick him up and put him back on his feet, but we were able to give him a nudge. Well, my hopes for the centre, I think in particular, in fact, on the homeless. I do hope that they're able to expand that facility.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brothers and sisters. I am back, Zed. You are listening to Zed on the Breakfast Show on Ramadan Special EAVA 102.5 FM. So if you can say that jingle better than me, then bring it on and let's have a go. Give me a call on 0116 212 9324 or you can text me on 07450 925 084. My brother Ahmed, the one and only, the legend. I'm going to connect you with another brother called Mubarak. He is from the state of Gujarat. Now, go on, Mubarak. Tell Ahmed how many states there are in India. Ahmed wants to take a football team there sometime, and he needs to learn about the whole demographics of India and give him some guidance as to which state he should bring his football team and connect him with some good people out there that he can network with and bring the beautiful game of football from England all the way to India and Pakistan and all the South Asian countries out there. Ahmed, you're up for that challenge. Now, every morning we tell all of you out there listening that walk in through the studio, walk through the door, and your pound is worth more. So if any of you out there want to come and have a chat, tell us about your good projects that you're doing, your event, your mosque, your fundraising requirements, then do come and join us here at 207 Evington Road on Ramadan Special, EAVA 102.5 FM. Of course, be warned that when you come here to the studio, you're going to be requested to say this jingle, Ramadan Special. You are listening to Zed on the Breakfast Show, Ramadan Special, EAVA 102.5 FM. This is what we ask of you if you come. So today I've got a wonderful guest who's joined me. He's walked through that door. And the procedure here is simple. I'm going to explain it all to you. You come downstairs, it's a glass door, and you try to open it, but it will not open because it's locked. And then you see a big sign there. It says, Ring Akil. Akil is our producer. Then what you do, step 3, you step down and you look at the top on the board. There'll be a telephone number there, 0116 212 9324. But those of you who have Akil's mobile number, I can't give you that number because due to GDPR rules, I'm not obliged to do that. So some of you who know him as a soul friend is in your phone, he's one of your top 20, then you can call him on his mobile. And then the procedure is, he will tell you, I'm on program, just wait a minute, be patient, and he'll then come down, open the door. Then he'll read the health and safety procedure to you, and he'll come upstairs. Now, that's the procedure, so if you are confused, then do let me know, and I'll go through it again with you. Now, brother, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Welcome to Ramadan Special.
Jazakallah.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
And your good name is?
It's Musa.
Musa, mashallah. What a wonderful name. You know, that's one of the prophetic names, Musa.
Yes.
So, Musa, how are you this morning? How is your Ramadan going?
Alhamdulillah, it's going well. So far, so good. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
I see. Musa, if you'd like to introduce what you do in the city of Leicester to all the people. Now, you see, we have Mubarak here. He's engaging us with the whole Indian population, almost 1 billion. Musa, how many is it? 1.1 billion now?
I wouldn't know, to be honest.
Have you been to India?
I have been to India, but I think it was quite a traumatic experience, and I think we'll leave that for another day, to be honest.
Okay, right. Very traumatic. So, Musa, we won't talk about that, but we'll just have to take a guess on that. So, Musa, what exactly is going on in this beautiful city of Leicester? Because we're here all day, me and Akil. We sort of lost touch out there. What's going on?
Well, I'll let you know a little insight what's happening on the weekend, inshallah. We've got
Yeah.
the Eid Bazaar that's happening. It usually happens every single year. And this year, we've actually chose the 1st and 2nd of June, which is at Sports Lounge this year. Alhamdulillah, we've done it every year. It's a multicultural event based at every colour, every race, and every faith also. Alhamdulillah, This year we've taken it to another level. So in terms of advertisement, social media platforms, it's reached alhamdulillah where we thought it would reach in maybe 5 years. We've actually reached that this year from compared to last year. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. So, how important is it today, Musa, to engage through the social media platforms?
I think being on social media myself, I'm actually a hair and makeup artist in Leicester, one of many, but also an organizer for events. So I think that using my social media platform, I think it's good because we all get to socialize and we're all kind of interested in one sort of thing. It's either keeping well, health, fitness, or beauty. There's loads of different sectors, but if you use your platform right, alhamdulillah, you can get the word out correctly.
Of course, one has to be so careful nowadays that we don't allow the social media and our public life, our private life, to start suffering from form of disintegration.
Yeah.
It can happen, can't it?
It does happen.
Yeah.
You need the equal balance of both. I'm not saying you put your whole life on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, but you have a professional life and then you have your private life, which which I tend to keep quite away from social media completely. There's certain things that I do post and something that I choose not to post. So stuff like events, what's happening around Leicester, that's something where I like to post because people need to know that we actually do have events like this in Leicester and they don't just go to Birmingham and London and places like that.
Of course, it is important to use these events as a platform for community development, isn't
Exactly.
it? Engaging, creating awareness with different faiths as well.
Alhamdulillah, yes. And that's what we do. We have, alhamdulillah, it's not just Muslim stallholders. We have some Hindu stallholders, Sikh stallholders, even Christians and some atheists. But alhamdulillah, the beauty of the event is after we all break fast, no matter what color we are, no matter what faith we are, we actually sit and we have iftar together as stallholders. So it's already building that community spirit again, because realistically, with Islam, Eid is the festival, and Ramadan is where we actually fast, and we don't really do much. Not many people do much, except for charity.
And we pray.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. So what I do is I said, look, we pray, we do our ibadah, alhamdulillah, but we can do something else. Instead of having people going shopping here and there everywhere, we have one place where we have. I try providing everything I can underneath one stall. Underneath one event, sorry, and alhamdulillah, we've chosen Sports Lounge this year.
MashaAllah, that is so good. We had Pat Leeds here yesterday. She's running a charity where they take children on holiday who can't afford to go on holiday, and they go for a 1 week, Monday to Friday, and they do wonderful activities. And she was appealing for our community to engage with them. They take 40 kids out, and she knows, and she brought to attention that Leicester is a diverse city and 51% of the ethnic population here now, and she wants to engage with all communities so that when they go out with 40 kids, they can develop their mindsets to integrate with each other better. And what a wonderful initiative.
It is. It's stuff like this which we don't, as the youth, don't see. Alhamdulillah, it's always said, it's always there, but no one actually approaches it heads on. Alhamdulillah, I'm kind of one of the people that I do like to take on opportunities quite hands on, but I need to know more about it. So we don't hear much about it, and hence the reason why events like this we try, and not only myself, stuff people like Farah, we try posting these events and we try holding the events to gain awareness, saying, listen, instead of being on the streets on that night, come and show your support and support a charity or do something where you're doing actual good in Ramadan.
So we here at the radio always promote the MAD initiative to make a difference to people's lives. MAD, be MAD. And we also promote adapt to change.
Yeah.
That we all have to learn from each other, adapt to change, and be the change that we want to see in this world.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're very, very strong on that and pushing that forward all the time. And inshallah, we will meet more like-minded people and we can do this together.
It is a community thing. So one person can't do it. We all need to put our hands in, and alhamdulillah, we will get what we need to get, but it'll just take some time.
So, Musa, there's nothing wrong, me and you, to be mad together, is there?
Nope. I think 2 mad heads are better than 1.
There you are. This is Musa. I've met my match here, right? Definitely, definitely. We say salams to Shanaz and Irfan, and Ahmed has joined us again. So give us a lot of shares and a lot of likes. And Musa is here today with me this morning. Musa, what is your full name?
It's Musa Khatri.
Musa Khatri, right? Musa is here, speaks at least 3 languages. I can just look at Musa and I can see 3 languages on him. Is that true, Musa?
I speak English, Kutchi and Gujarati.
Kutchi and Gujarati, yeah. So the Kutchi language is very close to the Memon language, isn't it?
Yes.
That's right, yeah. Abdul Basit, let's have a talk with Abdul Basit. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you keeping, bro? You okay?
Bro, everything is good here in Leicester. Musa, say salams to our
Assalamu
brother.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I have Musa in the studio with me. He's quite an active member in the community. Young guy, does a lot of good events and engages different people from different communities. And
mashallah.
he keeps them all active on the social media. And how are you, Abdul Basit? Tell us what's happening in Derby in Ramadan.
Alhamdulillah, yeah. So we've got Radio Class here in Derby. And Ramadan is always an amazing time, as you guys can imagine. I think, alhamdulillah, you guys have had radio in Leicester for quite a few years now.
Yeah, we have the RSL, the Ramadan special, and this year we linked up with EAVA 102.5 FM and we work together as a community. And we do a lot of community building here with the different faiths, different people in the community. So it's very much cohesive and diverse output here.
That's really good.
And tell us, in Derby, what is the population of Muslims in Derby?
So, alhamdulillah, with Derby, I've never personally had the pleasure of counting, but we estimate around about 30,000.
30,000. I would say that is more inclined to 23,940 people there in Derby who are
it's increased
Muslim.
since then. I think this is what the last consensus showed, but it's increased since then, especially because, obviously, you know, the asylum seeker community in Derby, that alone runs into I would say about 3,000 to 4,000 now. Because Derby, I don't know if you know, but Derby is a place, you know, when asylum seekers first come into the UK, Derby is the first place that they come to.
What's the reason for that?
I don't know. It's just the Home Office allocations. Because what they do is they bring them into Derby, and we've got a couple of centres here in Derby where they house them, and then they take them from here to other towns.
That's right. We have a brother there in Derby. He does a lot of work with the homeless and feeding them. We call him Speedy.
Speedy's about, yes, mashallah, yeah.
Yeah, he's... that's not his real name, but...
no, he's a very good friend of mine as well, mashallah. He's currently in Uganda, I think.
Mashallah, what is he doing in Uganda then?
He's mashallah, he's very good. He's always been doing aid work.
Yeah.
So, alhamdulillah, he's been there for, I think, a couple of weeks in Uganda. I've not been, because of Ramadan, we've had a busy schedule here as well. I've not managed to follow his journey much. But the last time I saw of him was he was in Uganda, and he's planning on traveling to other African countries as well. So, mashallah, he's one brother who raises thousands of pounds. And a lot of people trust him as well, but he spends and raises a lot of money in the cause of charity.
Mashallah.
I think he's doing his studies at the moment and some other bits and bobs. He's doing medical treatments. And, I mean, if you follow him on Facebook, you'll see a lot more.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have the Ugandan High Commissioner coming here tomorrow. So if we can connect with Speedy and we can do a live call with him, that would be great, wouldn't it? If catch hold of Brother Zubair. And let's do a chat with him.
I've got his contact details anyway, so if you need his contact details,
bring it on. Send them to me, and we'll ask him to give us a rundown of what's happening in Uganda. We have quite a lot of people here in Leicester from Uganda, and quite a lot here from Malawi as well.
Yeah.
Of course, there is nobody from Malawi in Derby. Hardly anybody from Malawi goes to Derby, you know.
I think we don't have very much of a community from Malawi here in Derby.
No.
The vast majority here is Pakistani.
Yeah.
They make up a significant proportion. Then you've got a big amount of Indian Muslims as well. You've also got Turkish. Turkish has been on the rise for the last kind of, you could say, maybe 4 or 5 years.
You mean the Turkish people or the Turkish restaurants?
Turkish people. Well, the rise of the restaurants is evidence to that, isn't it?
Yeah, they're everywhere, aren't they? Those Turkish restaurants, they've taken over.
You've got quite a few nice Turkish restaurants at your end of the woods as well, because sometimes when we go out to eat, we come up towards Leicester.
Of course. And there are 12,581 Muslims in Derby. You and I were way out. We must stop all this guesswork, you know. Somebody's going to tell us off one day. So not many,
Well,
12,581.
you should see our biggest mosque here in Derby, Derby Jamia Masjid. Massive amounts of people in there, especially when you read Jummah. I think they say that just the downstairs and upstairs hall, and this is just one mosque I'm talking about. We've got 4 mosques the same size.
That's
And
on Normanton Road, isn't it?
The Derby Jamia Masjid is on Rose Hill Street, just off Normanton Road.
Yeah, that's right. Straight
And
past,
yeah, so
past Back Foods, straight up there, and
yeah,
on the right-hand side.
on the right hand side, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
big mosque, I know that,
Yeah,
right? But
massive
again, you
mosque,
talk
yeah.
about mosques now here, we're sort of encouraging some of the bigger mosques who have got facilities to open them up from 9 till 1 o'clock to the older people in the community, to engage with the non-Muslim community, and also to get the women's coffee mornings and so many list of activities that you can do there from 9 till 1 in the mornings.
Yeah, mashallah.
These buildings have got to be used, haven't they?
Definitely,
Abdul Basit.
definitely.
No point leaving them empty.
Unfortunately, the standard in our communities at the moment is build more mosques, and obviously there's not enough people to use them on many times, so it's unfortunate. We need to start, using the mosques that we've already got rather than keep building new ones.
Well, Abdul Basit here, I have Musa with me here. He's going to tell you about his event this weekend, so we can get all the Derby posse to come down here to Leicester. So Musa, go for it.
Inshallah.
Alright.
So, Assalamu alaikum, Abdul, you okay?
Walaikum salam, alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, oh well. So I'm not sure if you're aware, if you've seen it on Instagram or social media, we do the Eid Bazaar, the Big Family Fun Day. It's
Okay.
on this weekend, and Isha would love you to come over from Derby to visit us over here in Leicester.
This weekend?
It's this weekend, so the
Okay.
bazaar opens at 3 o'clock, and Isha will be running till late on both Saturday and Sunday. So Isha, do come and pay a visit.
Okay, inshallah. I'll let my team know. I'm stuck on charity appeals, unfortunately, as you know,
Oh,
with the
okay.
radio station. This
Yes.
is, on the weekend, this is what we're stuck on, all weekend, every weekend. So my sincere apologies for not turning up myself,
No.
but I will definitely get my team to turn up, inshallah.
Inshallah, definitely.
Of course, Abdul Basit, we're going to keep in touch. I'm going to keep you posted with a lot of wonderful initiatives that we have initiated from here. And
Definitely.
we can even get those people who are doing work here to connect with you also. And we can learn from each other. And that'd be a great idea, I think. We have a scheme here called What After Radio. So when we finish the 30 days, all the shows that we do here, we carry them on with the actions out there in the community for 11 months.
Inshallah.
So our radio is not one of those chit-chat radios, Abdul Basit. No bus stop talks here. We are like,
Yeah.
put into action what we speak.
Yeah, mashallah.
That's what
Well, I
we're
was
doing.
saying one of the things earlier as well, that you guys are trendsetters when it came to radio, because one of the things that I saw you guys did different, I don't know if you did this last year, but this year I noticed that you've obviously gone on to the live streaming as well
Of
on
course.
Facebook, which
Yeah.
I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought that was a genius idea. And I spoke to one of your team a couple of weeks ago. Alhamdulillah, we've just set up something similar here in our studio as well. But this is what I'm saying. You guys set that trend, and we followed. And alhamdulillah, we've been here for 19 years. So it's just
Mashallah,
learning from you guys
mashallah.
as the new kids on the block, mashallah.
carry on working together, and there's a message here.
Inshallah.
Musa, read that message. It's for Abdul Basit.
Aspire to inspire before you expire.
Subhanallah.
There you are. That's the
Well, I
message.
think I'm coming up to mine's expiry date right now with 19 years on the go. But alhamdulillah, fresh blood's there. So
Musa, that Abdul Basit, it sounds like he's 19 years old, doesn't
Alhamdulillah, I
it?
think the phone voice is Alhamdulillah quite good. He
Very
gets
good.
away from moving. If you don't mind me asking, Abdul, how actually old are you? Or is it too old to say on radio?
no, I've not reached that stage yet. So when you get to 30, then you're too old to say
Oh,
yeah,
okay. We'll keep it in the 20s.
I'm
then,
28 at the
Alhamdulillah.
moment.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah, you take care, and we'll definitely keep in touch, yeah?
Jazakallah khair. I'll speak to you all soon, inshallah.
Thank
Jazakallah
you.
khair. Jazakallah khair. There you are. What a wonderful guy.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, very good.
Yeah. It's great when we engage with each other, isn't it? And we develop together
Alhamdulillah.
throughout the country, throughout the world.
I think it's just being united, alhamdulillah. I think something we have in Leicester is we are quite united. We're not all united together, but alhamdulillah we are quite united in our little ways.
I don't know, Musa. I just think that we need to ZEDify everybody out there.
Really?
Yeah, we need to engage more with each other. We need to learn more languages. Every day is a day of education, isn't it? I learn from you, you learn from me, and that's what it's all about. And be
Inshallah.
happy, smile at each
I
other.
like the way you said that ZEDify. I think that's your own new little pun. Is that correct?
You like it?
Alhamdulillah, yeah, I think it's quite good. I think we should change the show name.
Yeah. So that's this is he's our engineer in the studio, Musa.
Alhamdulillah.
At the moment he's doing a huge technical task there. If you have a look, he's doing a very important job there at the moment. And you're going to see it live on radio.
I can't wait.
Great. So Musa, carry on now. Give us some good feed. Look, other people have joined us there.
Yeah, so Assalamu alaikum. We've got Abdul Rahman, so I haven't got my glasses on, and Naeem Briscoe and Vlogs of Baza have joined. Assalamu alaikum, guys. So we were just talking about my event, which is held on the
What's
1st
the name of your event?
It's called the Big Family Fun Day. It presents the Eid Bazaar. So it's just called the Eid Bazaar.
Okay.
But the Big Family Fun Day is something that we've always gone by, so we've stuck with that name.
So there's going to be stalls there?
Alhamdulillah, we've got over 40 stalls.
40 stalls.
From that being food to clothing to shoes, bags, jewelry, you name it. We literally have it, alhamdulillah. I'm just trying to get a male jubba stall because it's quite difficult because we know there's a few jubba companies that opened in Leicester, but it's just nice to have a male jubba stall because
There's one up the road there.
yes, I have actually been there. I've got my jubbas done from them. They're the only ones that actually fit, to be honest, Zed.
Yeah, and there's one called Al Rijal as well.
Yes,
you can
they're
go
too
to.
busy. Some of them are just too busy to even come over for Eid, alhamdulillah. Because alhamdulillah, most people, like, these shops are all open till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when we know it's Eid the next day. So alhamdulillah, I think being an Eid event before then is just going to be too busy. It's too much for them to handle, alhamdulillah.
I see. So just remind all the listeners exactly the location of your.
So it's at the Sports Lounge, which is in Leicester on Gwendolyn Road. You'll see some flyers up there soon, inshallah.
And there's a car park there?
There is car park facilities. You also have prayer facilities there as well this year, alhamdulillah. And if you are a stall holder, you are expected to be there from 1:30, but the bazaar does open at 3 o'clock on the Saturday and 2 o'clock on the Sunday. So we've got it a little earlier on the Sunday so we can finish a little earlier. But alhamdulillah, last year we opened till about 1 o'clock. So inshallah, because inshallah should be the last weekend before Eid, we'll have that open a little longer, inshallah, on the Saturday and the Sunday.
MashaAllah. So it's great that we are engaged with Abdul Basit.
Yes.
And maybe some people will come in from Derby as well.
Inshallah.
He can be aware of it and let people know there. And you have advertised it on the Facebook?
It's been on Facebook.
On Instagram?
It's on Facebook and Instagram. And we also advertise in the local schools because it's easier if you give a flyer to a child and they find the flyer appealing, it's more likely they're going to drag you out of the house and make you come to the event. So, alhamdulillah. So if you have received a flyer from school or the mosques in Leicester, then go ahead and do repost the flyer. And if you are listening on the radio and you do come over to the event, give me a shout and it would be lovely to actually speak to you.
Of course, all of you listening out there, it's Musa Khathri is the organizer of this Eid Bazaar event at the Sports Lounge. So do go there with your family and support some initiatives there. There will be some charities there as well that you can engage with.
Yes, there are quite a few
this
year.
That's right. And you can also engage with them. Of course, it's wonderful to see a lot of young people involved with charities, isn't it?
Alhamdulillah. Now, especially in the month of Ramadan, I think it's such a good plan where they're, instead of on the streets, they're actually doing pledges and certain things in the holy month, which is amazing.
So Musa, we have 56 seconds to go. I need you to say some last few words that will make a difference to many people out there.
I would just say, just stick to who you are. Don't bother changing, and inshallah, persevere. It's literally perseverance. That's all you've got to do. You've just got to persevere and your days will become easier for you.
And be patient.
I think patience comes along with perseverance, I think.
There you are. It's a wonderful message from young Musa. Is showing us all the way. And that's what it's all about, brothers and sisters. We need to remind each other all of the time the way forward to do good things. Bazi Jabbar sent us a message. Tag us in your flyers. Inshallah, we'll get the message out there for you guys too.
Inshallah.
Wonderful. Bazi, Jazakallah khair. See you tomorrow.